You know, Mary, I was just sitting here thinking, something just popped in my head. You know, the way you said all that, like you think, you know that. You don't know what you're saying. You know you're lying. That's all you know. And, you need to prove it. Like I said, we're waiting on you to prove it. Go ahead and prove it. I'm going to go, I'll prove what I can, and you prove what you said, okay? But I'm going to tell you what this means and what you're doing. Like I said, you really messed up today. You really are not smart. Because what you're doing is showing everybody exactly how you manipulate and control people to do your evil bidding. This is how you do it. You've been doing this for quite a while against me, like trying to get groups of people to come after me, and the lies you tell to try to entice it and get them mad. And that's what you're doing. And this is how you did it. You just think you're so clever. But at the same time, you're telling on yourself. You're showing. You're giving perfect examples of how you manipulate. You know, that's how you do it. And with Kenneth, you were just sleeping with him and wearing the pigtails and hugging teddy bears and doing everything he wanted to get him to get you moved in so you could be a co-owner of that trailer. You are an evil person, and I realized you are really evil, and this is how you operate. And I hope people take notice to it, because this is how you are. So I'm gonna give you a little time to prove what you said, and then I'm gonna prove you a liar. And then we're gonna prove too also that this is how you manipulate people. So, all I gotta do is put my password in, and I can have your record, his record, my record, and we can clear it up real quick. Because I don't. You're just dumb. You're really dumb. Quit taking trash and quit eating trash. Quit filling your stomach and soul with trash, because that's all you're putting out there is trash. Listen, why don't you want everybody to feel sorry for you? Would you say gluten and everything? You tried to get me in trouble because I said you didn't have a gluten allergy, and guess what? 2 days later, here you come walking out of the doctor's office with your results, and you were so stupid you didn't have a problem saying what the doctor told you, which was you didn't have a gluten problem. So much for getting me in trouble, isn't it? Because, see, I know you, and I know your eating habits. I know you love them drive-thrus at the fast food. I know how you were. I got a credit card bill in there, Mom's, that I paid when I was there in her, the last couple months of her life, where you were just charging up a storm, getting all that gluten on them cards, going to them drive-thrus and taking your friends and stuff. And you did your little poor, pitiful thing. I was too poor to have an attorney. You were living with your grandmother, and she wasn't too poor. Now, she was getting real close when she died because you done sucked it all up. So, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it, too, right now, because you just think you're so smart. No one lied about the attorney. No one. That was the truth, Mary. He was paid to advise and to go to trial if need be. And he accepted that. And he took that money and he didn't give it back. And he gave valuable advice, obviously. Obviously. Because you knew how to act and say when you had your disposition. You knew exactly what type of behavior was going to help you not be charged. You had the inside. And we all know you've done videos on how my mother was. She would not even use one of those little motorized carts. But yet, when she was going to the courthouse every day to support and help you, she was getting pushed in by my uncle in a wheelchair. Poor, pitiful old woman needed you to take care of her. You wouldn't hurt a flea. Isn't that right, Mary? So don't play with me, because I can use your videos, which people say. I'm so grateful for that. That you're telling the story too. You tell it. It's all your words. Just like you verified that my mother would never get in a scooter. When you were trying to justify how much time you waited before you called. You know, there's so many things that you've done. You are one terrible person. And I hope you get everything you deserve. I truly do. And I'm going to ask you something really quick before I get off here. You are the one that came on here to make your living off of poor, pitiful stories and your poor, pitiful self. Because, see, you're one of these people when you're like a, you get something in your mind, you damned and determined you're going to do it. And, like, for some reason you think you really planned your life around hitchhiking to California with lots of money, though. Your plan was to have money. And you were going to do this little movie thing where you lived off of the people for ever how long. But yet you could go stay in nice motels at night if you wanted to. That was your plan. And you're damned and determined to prove it right. I don't know who you're proving it to. You know, I know you had friends. You say you didn't, but you did. And I know it was like I guess you don't want to be embarrassed by making that statement and not being able to follow through with it. But that's you. That's how you are. But all you're doing, again, is proving, without a doubt, how you manipulate people to do your dirty business. This is how you do it. You come up with these crazy stories. They're terrible stories. They're stories that make people want to hurt people. And then you just sit back and you don't go to jail and they do. So you just know you're telling on yourself. All right? But you go ahead. I'm going to give you a little bit longer to come up with some proof. And then I'm going to come up with the proof that you're a liar. Again, I'm getting a little tired of this game. But let's keep playing.